What if Deku actually lost his hands? That'd be effing crazy.
20 minutes later.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Welcome to today's episode of My Hero Academia. Season 8, episode 8, 6, 8, 7? I think it's 7. I don't know. I'm sorry. I am kind of tired. Usually when I make these videos, you can't really, I'm just trying to check the background here. Usually I film these videos early in the morning, at least the My Hero Academia ones. I try to get it as early as possible. So I'm in the morning and I have energy and all that. But unfortunately this time I'm filming at the end of the day. And I woke up particularly early today on Saturday, which I normally don't do. So I'm even more tired around this time than I normally would be. Even though I'm like more of a night owl, but now I'm like especially tired. So if I seem a little gassed, you know, if my reaction's a little limp, you know why. Hopefully the episode though will wake me up, you know, slap me in the face a bit.
Let me tell you something.
So what happened last time? Oh yeah, we got Midoriya. You know, they done went through the plan. They shoved some quirks down Shigaraki's, I was gonna say throat. It's really more like his guts at this point. Wherever Deku punched him, it's pretty much in the gut. In the guts. And I ain't pausing for nobody. Ain't no pauses here. But yeah. So now we're inside of Shigaraki's, I was gonna say guts. I think this is like a mental image type deal. But what, like in the regular outside world, Deku has like his hand in Shigaraki's like stomach or something? Do you like punch a hole in him? Like I don't know. Okay. Well, right now we in the mind of Shigaraki, I assume. This is like some weird quirk factory stuff. So we're trying to see, there's that yawning again, we'd be tired. See, we're trying to attack from the inside, you know? We're trying to win the battle from the inside out. And hopefully that from there Shigaraki can change his ways. Yeah, so let's see if that gets done. Let me also say, even though I'm tired, my expectations for this episode are a little bit higher because I've seen like the comment sections of other people's reactions and stuff, and they're like, "You ain't ready for the next episode." I'm like, "Are you sure?" That Bakugo shit, I got all that I need with that. I got all that. I don't need nothing. You can't really give me too much more. You really can't. Man has his moment. I'm like, what could possibly happen? Could what be ahead of us could it really be that hype? Because honestly, I was thinking like, it seemed like, you know, Deku and Shigaraki had like the physical confrontation already. And it's like, it seemed like, you know, Deku is successful in executing his plan. He done slammed Shigaraki with the quirks and he's like on the inside now. So like you would assume after he beats Shigaraki mentally or saves him mentally, then the fight's over. And I wouldn't expect the mental battle to be more monumental than the physical battle, you know? So I'm like, if this is how it ends, you don't normally see it in anime, but they gave the side character better treatment than the main character. Like, Bakugo's fight is better hands down than Deku's, you know? Like, still might be the case, but it'd be weird for it to be the case. It just doesn't happen, you know? I'm not complaining, because Bakugo is my favorite. He's that guy, you know? But I'm saying it's not something that I was expecting. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's still more. I doubt it. But people have said it. But we'll see. So, yeah, go ahead and drop a like, sub, share, read a comment. I appreciate every comment. You know, follow me on Patreon. We get episodes early. And we'll go ahead and get into this. Child abuse. What are you gonna do? Fight the? What are you gonna do? Change the past?
ごめんね小太郎。志村さん。お母さん弱くって。
Huh?
ごめんね小太郎。お迎えに行けなくって。ごめんね。おばあちゃんのせいで。
Stop him!
ここで決着をつける。記憶が具現化する世界。イメージしろ。
Memories become real.
ワンフォーオールは全部ぶつけた。僕自身をぶつけろ。なんで？だって泣いてる。違うよ。具体的にどうすればいいのかもわからないけれど。
Well, it better not be to kill yourself too, cause my man's is breaking down. And there go them hands. But again, this ain't even real life, so it better not be real life. What if Deku actually lost his hands? That'd be effing crazy.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
あいつらのヒーローにならなきゃ。
Oh man.
やっちまえよ。何もかも。
こんな世の中ぶっ潰せ。
Damn.
壊してくれよ。弔しがらき。
Damn. Yeah. There are people that are disgruntled with this world. What does that sound like? All for one. Or is that his dad?
なんだこの記憶。知らない。
息子さんはどうです？
そうですね。手はかかりますが。
天子の記憶じゃない。
個性はもう。
それが。
Yeah, it's all for one, right?
知らない。なんだこいつ。
Because all for one still has like quirk factor in him. It was the voice. Oh no! Oh no! Man, this is like some.
君は何一つ選んでなどいない。
選んだ。これは僕の選択だ。
そう思わせねば意志力は生じない。自由意志を逆向けにすることが寛容だった。ラリアット万丈大五郎。画縁たゆたい縁。二度の接触で確信した。ワン・フォー・オール奪還には意志力で上回らねばならぬこと。オールマイトに追い詰められゆく中探したのさ。いつか奴の意志力をそぎうる魂を。助け合える兄弟は必要ですよ。長女は育ちすぎていたし。
Damn.
絶対に見つかってはいけない。目立つ行動は取れなかった。
From all for one's dirty ass fingers. You the reason he was born. That's crazy.
ドクターの施設で集めた個性サンプルの中から可逆性を取り払い破滅にのみ突き進む粗悪なコピーを君に与えた。
So it wasn't even his quirk to begin with. It wasn't even his quirk to begin with. Of course. And that's why the fool's always itching.
It was me, Barry.
The same shit. Holy shit. Shigaraki just gone now?
心を完全に殺し消し去る。ワン・フォー・オール奪還後に切るカードだったが、もはや
Oh my glob. We have the equivalent of
弔の叫び。余韻か。
he needs to be saved now.
黙っていろ。とはいえ、精神
What
の
kind
ダ
of-
メージが肉体に出ている。崩壊、怒り、憎しみが消
So he
え去った。
can't.
死んだか。
Holy
何年
shit.
もかけて必死に探した器を失い、弟も失った。
What you mean?
お互い肉体に出たな。人は失うことで強くなり、その物語性を確立していくんだ。花から失うもののないガキがこうなるのも必然だな。小さい緑谷への感知にかき消されるほど。
セロ君、星野君、佐藤君、みんな星。
緑谷
Okay.
待たせてごめんな。そこに原点があるのなら。
やった
思い出が消えてくれねえよ。塚内さん、
イレイザー、無事だったのか。今までどこに？
モノマは動けますか？
彼は頭を強く打って緊急搬送中だ。
では各地戦況と稼働可能シーン、その座標を教えてください。
座標？じゃあ
ええ。
先生たちは私を危ないとこに絶対連れて行かないって分かって
Rewind
る
the
の。
bullet.
だからこれデクさんに持ってって。
角を折ったのか？
Okay.
どうやって？
let me also tell you.
してもらったの。
I was very, very shook when Deku lost his arms. I'll talk about it at the end. I'll talk about it at the end.
先生たちと力の使い方を勉強したから分かるの。きっとこうしたって力は使える。だってこれは私だもの。
We can do like eat it. Oh no.
巻き戻ってもせいぜい 2,3 分分程度だろう。
Yep.
エリちゃんのお歌聞くまで死ねないぞ。
みんなもきっとオイラと一緒だよな。もう動けねえって思ってても緑谷が頑張ってっとよ。体動いちまうんだよな。
Okay. Okay, that was the episode. So, in the moment, I'm sure as you can see on my face, I was quite shocked when I saw Deku's bloody stumps. I was joking. I was like, Well, I'm wide awake right now, by the way. I'm wide awake. I was joking. Hey, man. Wouldn't it be wild if this fool actually loses his arms like in real life? They did say that, like, in some way in this world, like, I think I remember them saying, like, this world is kind of like connected to the physical in some kind of ways, kind of. You know? You tell me if this fool got completely if his body got half decayed, he just would have came out with half his body missing. Is that what you're saying? I don't know how that shit works. But I was quite shocked when I saw he was missing his arms. And the thought of him living the rest of his life with no arms after this battle, that, you know, they're talking about him losing the use of his arms if he keeps like breaking them. And ironically, later he just doesn't have them at all. The arms are gone. So I was quite sad that, like, damn, fool has no powers, no quirks, no arms. Like, god damn. Like, what's next? Like, no bitches. Like, I don't know what else could he lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I don't like. So, like, I was like in a it'll move me a little emotionally, you know, that this man would have to suffer that much in aftermath of this just because he wants to help people. And then I realized, okay, Eri. I realized in the back of my head, I was like, okay, Eri's around. I don't know how he's going to come out at the end of this fight, but if you could just get back to Eri, if you could just stop the bleeding, you know, go ahead and tie up those nubs and stop the bleeding. Finish this fight somehow. Like I said, I don't know how he's going to do this because he don't have no arms, and apparently the Shigaraki that, well, I'll call him All For One now. All For One is, first of all, is Shigaraki actually gone? Wouldn't that be a sad way to end his story? That'd be sad as hell. Like, he finds out the truth. There's so much in this episode, actually. I was just going to completely gloss over that shit in the past. I'll go back to it later. Hey, no, you know what? F it. I'll just talk about it right now. Then I'll try to tie it back to where I was. That he found out the Shigaraki found out the truth. That All For One, I don't remember if he said that. He took his quirk. He took a quirk that Shigaraki had. He stole it and then replaced it later with something else. I have to go back and look. In fact, give me a second. I'm gonna go back and look real quick. Hold on. Was that Shizuki? Why does it look like Shizuki? What the fuck? Holy shit. Hey, yo, hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a fucking second. Dude, what kind of mess is this? Did All For One, because I went back and look, did All For One take like some kind of, like maybe he copied that kid that he said that the doctor got from the kid that it showed, I'm assuming it was a kid at the orphanage, that we assume that the doctor got the quirk from, that he eventually gave to Shigaraki. Looked a lot like Chisaki. Looked a lot like him. Then as you read through the descriptions, he was like, took the sample of it, like stripped out its reversibility so that it could only destroy. Chizuki's quirk is, I forgot what the word is. But he has the ability to recreate stuff, destroy and rebuild the way he wants things. Are you telling me the reversibility, stripping out the reversibility, is taking out the the ability to create. So Chisaki has the power to destroy, to recreate, which is a process of destruction and reconstruction. It's basically like Full Metal Alchemist. He's basically an alchemist, okay? So he has the power to destroy and recreate. All for One got a copy of it, stripped out the power to create, leaving only the power to destroy, and put it inside of Shigaraki and caused all this mess. Shigaraki, All for One is the only reason Shigaraki was even born. He's the only reason you exist. Your whole entire life was puppeted by All for One. Your life is not even yours. This is like some I feel like I was feeling this way watching the episode. This is like some Black Zetsu shit, you know? Except All for One has been like, no, it's not some Black Zetsu shit. This is like Madara and Obito. Actually, that's exactly what it's like. Except, you know, we're not gonna have Black Zetsu come out from the cut and say this is my story from the beginning. We're not gonna have somebody else with a, you know that meme where you have like a gun pointed at the back of someone's head, and another person behind them with the gun pointed at their head all the way back. It goes back to like a sniper. No. We're not having that. It's just All for One. His whole entire life, all for One's bidding. Used them, abused them. To get out of my body. It's not even his body. But I feel like it kind of is at this point. You the reason your dad busted some extra nuts in your mama and you got popped out. He done manufactured his new body from the source, like from scratch. God damn. And now apparently Shigaraki's gone. That's a sad ass story. That can't be how Shigaraki ends. That's sad, man. Man didn't even get saved if that's the case. He just came to the realization that his entire life is just been shit. Has just been from the very beginning. So I feel like Shigaraki has to have like some kind of way to get revenge in this situation. If Star and Stripes can have like, you know, there be leftover vestiges, then why can't Shigaraki, Tomura, why can't he have leftovers? Fork, man. So where was I? So yeah, now All for One is in control of his. I don't know if he still has all the power of Shigaraki, of Shigaraki's body. If he has like all of the quirks loaded up in there, or if some are lost, what exactly he's got. I feel like he may have said it in the episode. He has decay and some other quirks. Let me check that also real quick.
20 minutes later.
Okay, yeah, correction. Couple of corrections. First of all, Shigaraki's body has lost decay. And I guess anger and hate too. So maybe he can't steal quirks. He can't. All for One is the one that deals with the wills. He can steal quirks. There's not even All for One to even, One for All to even steal. And the previous users of One for All are like gone now, so can't really get his brother back anymore. So maybe he still has like all the other quirks except decay, and he has like still like the strength that body had that's kind of rivaling All Might. Okay, at least decay is gone. Shit, he can't just destroy the entire freaking. That's like at least a little wit, you know. Deku loses his arms, he loses decay. I feel like it's a fair deal. So we could. The situation is tenable. So yeah, I was wondering how Deku was gonna beat this guy with no freaking arms, but Here comes his buddies. By the way, in earlier episodes, they did say that just cause you lose is it like the quirk factors, I'd say, of the previous users? Just because you lose like the previous user's quirks doesn't mean you lose the power that was stored in One for All. You know? Now, is that a thing that lasts forever? Does Deku forever have the power of One for All? You know, he's just going to be like an All Might now, which, I mean, at this point, I mean, shit, you'll take it. You don't have to have 6 or 7 quirks like you had before. 6? I don't feel like counting. But you don't have to have that much anymore. The superpower is much more than enough. Hell, why give Deku his arms back if he's not going to have the power to actually do anything to help in the situation? So he has to have the power. Now, like I said, how long does it last? I don't know. If Yoichi is gone, Yoichi was inside of One for All to begin with. So if he's gone, shouldn't the power go? I don't know. If it stays with Deku, good. Deku can be a hero after this is all over, you know, assuming he doesn't maim himself. But then there's Eri, so But then Aizawa also talked about Eri potentially damaging her quirk. So is that taking like Rewind off the table now? Is that what they're trying to imply? I don't know. Could be that. We don't really know for sure, but could be that there's no do-overs no more. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be a thing where Deku's going to have the power forever, or it's about to go out like the embers remaining for One for All after he transferred it or after it's gone. We'll see. So yeah, everybody's coming together. I'd like to have Bakugo make a cameo. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I mean, he's pretty much already tired out. He's pretty pooped. So if he doesn't show up, I'm not gonna be all that disappointed. But it'd be nice for him to show up with his classmates and help take down All for One. Finally. Gosh, even when Bakugo gets his W, they gotta put a little asterisk on it, because now he didn't really. All for One is here now, you know. Not Bakugo put a lid on it. No, he's popped up again, talking about a roach, like Shigaraki was saying earlier. Oh yeah, and the vestige of Shigaraki is still around, so I don't know if the vestiges in his head is gonna be enough for Shigaraki to live a normal life, or is it going to be like going around with half a brain now because his mental got busted? I don't know. Maybe the body itself might even get this straight. I don't know. But that was a long ass discussion. Yeah. So shit, let me wrap it up here. We'll see what happens on the next episode. I was talking about the fight's over. What more could happen? Yeah, a little more happened. So yeah, drop a like, sub, share. I read every comment. I appreciate every comment. I appreciate you for making it this far in video. If you did, also, by the way, follow me on Patreon where you get episodes early and full length episodes. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace.